Hi, I'm Anthony Viducci.
And I'm Davey Alba.
And this is another episode of Decoded. So, what are we talking about?
So we're talking about the continued fallout from the Heartbleed Bug, something that you've
talked about
last week.
Okay.
So this week we find out that a 19-year-old Canadian is the first person to get arrested for exploiting the Heartbleed Bug and lifting taxpayer data.
Well, at least he's getting caught. That's good. And I hope everybody who watched our last episode is starting to change their passwords. And if you're not, and you're watching this episode, start changing your passwords.
So the interesting thing about Heartbleed, as it continues to be a problem, is some interesting ideas are emerging for addressing it.
Okay.
Some people are making the case for encrypting the entire internet, for instance, so that when you see that HTTPS,
which no one ever sees, it's up in the
right, by the
corner.
URL in the corner. Yeah.
Sometimes there's a lock next to it.
So usually people use that for secure transactions and only that part of, visiting a website. And now people are saying maybe we should just do that for every website all the time.
It should happen. I mean, right now it's only on secure websites, but everybody should start doing that. It's not that difficult to do.
Yeah. So the problem with that is it might be expensive to secure the entire internet that way.
Yeah, but we're not paying for it.
Right. So companies have to pay something like $10 to even $1,000 to buy these SSL certificates.
I'm okay for them paying for it.
Right. It is beneficial to the consumer. I'm totally in that camp.
Right. So what happened on tax day?
So tax day was fun. You could actually get Google Glass it was opened up to everyone to grab on tax day. So
very
for
inexpensive,
$1,500.
Very cheap. $1,500.
So
we actually bought it, so hopefully within maybe a week or so we'll have it, and we'll give you a great review on it.
Yeah, and a bunch of other Google news came out this week. We found out that they acquired Titan Aerospace, which was originally rumored to be acquired, that Facebook was going to acquire it.
Yeah, they were looking at it. They got something else.
They got Ascenta instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, that just makes sense because everyone is kind of getting into the drone space. It's very much in line with Google's ethos of, it'll
taking
help
over
them.
The entire world. Yeah, maybe.
Right. Like grab
Allegedly
data, sensors everywhere, all the things. So yeah, and Google, Facebook, and Amazon now have their stake in drones. So
all right.
There's
and
that.
Then what else are we looking at? Oh, the Project Ara, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that happened this week.
So Project Ara is a low cost or inexpensive way of making your own cell phone. It starts
Modular.
with starts with just a blank slate kind of, and then you put your pieces together. I actually think it's a cool idea. And they said that it's not going to be as thick as you would think. Like if you're building your own phone, it's not going to look like the 1990 phone with the little antenna coming out. You're going to have little modules, and it might be kind of cool if you can upgrade your own phone whenever you want to.
Right, so you're not locked down to this slab that you're locked into certain specs, right?
Yeah, and if you're a spec hog, then as soon as the next chip comes out, you just pop that off, pop it in. As long as they make it reasonably affordable to pop things in and out, it's going to be cool.
To appear that they are trying to do a range of prices and 3 sizes, I believe, so that you can kind of
and this will
customize it.
Yeah, and it'll open the door for small independent companies to kind of make these modules.
So to play devil's advocate, though, there are some articles that are saying it's sort of the last phone that you'll need to buy, but ironically, when they unveiled it, they actually came out with a cracked screen. So,
right. So take it for what it's worth. It's going to be for the tech heads at first when they come out. Actually, I think they're going to open it up to not here first. $50 to start, and then you'll start building on top of it. So we'll just have to see how good the screens are, and if they give us the latest specs, then it might be something good.
We'll have to wait out for more news
we're still
on
waiting
that
for it to come. And then what's our last topic?
So another thing in sort of cell phone news, but now
losing your phone. What happens when we lose our phones? We panic. We go into sweats. Not a good idea. But there's hopefully a new mandate that's going to come out. Right now, it's optional that they are putting in sort of a kill switch. So as soon as you lose your phone, you can activate the kill switch, and your phone just goes dead, and nobody can access your data, which is great.
So companies are coming together, manufacturers like the biggest ones, Samsung, Google, Apple,
Yeah, everybody's going to jump on board. It's voluntarily
carriers.
doing it. They want to make it sort of a, I think the state wants a...
So California State Senator Mark Lino wants to make it a mandatory thing. He says that this kill switch initiative at the moment is a good step, but it's incremental and it should be mandatory. So. Okay.
Well, if they're all jumping on the bandwagon, then that's fine, as long as it's in there. I'd like to see them go a little further with it, actually. So if you're going to hit the kill switch, maybe to upload your data to the cloud so that way you don't even lose your data that's on the phone. Then when you get your new phone, you can just reapply the data back.
Yeah, why not?
You know, so let's see what they do with it.
It's good that everyone's coming together, though.
Yeah, it's a smart move. I mean, you lose your phone, you freak out. You know, because that's everybody's baby right now. So I think in the future, if I could just hit that panic button, that's a great idea. I think that's it for this week, right? All right, so this is it for Decoded. I'm Anthony Verducci.
Next week, I'm Davey Alba.
See you next week.